Hey guys, welcome to an interesting video on Wild Rift. So we're back with a Jinx commentary guide. Now, I haven't been able to do one of these commentary guides for a long time. Mainly because we've been really busy doing all those supplementary guides, busy doing all those updated complete guides for all of these champions. And I've basically done all of them already except for not Lethal Tempo, except for Kraken Slayer Illusion. We've basically done Lethal Tempo for all the viable ADCs that can take it, and we've basically done updated complete guides and supplementary guides for all of them as well. So now we only have the supplementary guide for Kraken Slayer Illusion left, but haven't really been able to get gameplay for that yet. Now, honestly, the inkling for that is that it may not be as good as I initially thought it was. We'll discuss more about that in that video itself, but we're here to talk about Jinx. We're not here to talk about Lucian. So here, of course, as you guys can see, I am playing Jinx. So personally, I know I've probably said this in a couple of videos before, but I mainly like playing Jinx when there's a couple of factors. Now, of course, there's no perfect game, or there can be, but there rarely is a perfect game where you have all the factors. Firstly, you need to have a front line. So in this game, we don't have an outright tank, but we do have Singed and Olaf who can be the front line. Then what you normally want is you want to have some kind of strong peel. So Nami peel is alright, like the wave and the bubble is decent peel, but you want something like a Janna if possible. But hey, you know, Nami is not bad as well, as we get the first blood on the Ezreal. And we're going to trade the aggro with the Nami so she can get the second kill onto the Morgana. So really nice 2v2 kill there, as I was talking about team comps. So, on the enemy team, the best case scenario for you is there is no backline diver. So you don't want there to be a Rengar, a Kha'Zix, somebody like that who can easily dive in the backline, backline assassins basically. Then, aside from that, any just backline diver like Camille, like Pantheon. So in this case, there is a Pantheon in the enemy team. As I mentioned, you can never really have a perfect scenario, but apart from the Pantheon, there really isn't anybody else who can really dive me in the backline. So one is not so bad. I'm not gonna pick Jinx into like a Camille top, a Pantheon jungle, you know, that kind of thing. So the best case scenario is to have no backline dive, but you know, if there is, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, as long as we have the peel and we have the front line, that's all good. So here, Morgana trying to pop the fruit there, which she does manage to do, but she basically loses half her health for it. So a lot of the times, not really worth popping the fruit of your opponent unless you're really pushing them in and they can't do anything about it, or if they're dead, or if they're recalling, then you can do that. If they are just there, you know, that's not a very good idea because they can easily free hit you while you're trying to hit the fruit. So here Morgana learns that lesson the hard way. We hit level 5 already. Both the two of us hit level 5. So we do want to try to pick a fight before the enemy hits level 5. Because we do have a huge advantage in terms of having ultimates. Like as you can see, Ezreal is really close to having ultimate, but he still doesn't have it while we do. So here you guys can see we're playing super duper aggressively. Pantheon comes in, gets hit by the Nami wave. That's the peel I was referring to, so he can't do anything about it. Both of them are low. Boom, super mega death rocket to the face of Morgana. Pantheon is trying to recall in the warded bush, and Ezreal has to arcane shift away because he doesn't want to deal with Jinx when she is excited. So yeah, as you can see there, Jinx still really strong, even in the early game. Like you guys can see here, like Jinx is traditionally not someone who's strong in the early game, but because we're against a Morgana and an Ezreal who both aren't really the best in the laning phase as well, I'm actually playing really aggressively and pretty much just trying to bully them as much as possible. Because with the range on my rockets and the fact that my rockets guarantee a hit, like it's an auto attack that I'm guaranteed to hit. It's not like Ezreal Q where he has to aim it and he can miss. I can hide behind minions. He can't hide behind minions. He can't dodge my auto attack. So I can very easily just get off a whole bunch of poke onto him. The only limitation is, of course, your mana, which is why in this game I'm running mana flow ban. Morgana wards the bush, but I do manage to complete recall in time. So as you guys can see from my runes, we have the Lethal Tempo. We have the Hunter Vampirism. We have, I'm not sure what we have. I think we have Hunter Titan, and I think we have the Mana Flow Band. So of course, refer to the Jinx updated complete guide if you want more in-depth explanation on the Jinx build, runes, and spells. So I'm using the same build and the same runes as I mentioned in that video. So yeah, no big deal there. So here I'm just being a nuisance to the Ezreal. I'm trying to interrupt his recall. I auto-attack him once. I'm interrupting his recall again. And pretty much just ruining his tempo completely. And also, getting your recall cancelled on repeat is pretty tilting from experience myself. Like, especially if it's like 3 or more times. Like 2 times, like what I did to him, can be a bit irritating, but I still think it's fine. Like, if someone cancels my recall like 3 times, I'm gonna be really, really irritated. But couldn't quite get the cancel on the 3rd one, so we only managed to cancel him twice. But either way, because of that, we're gonna shove in the wave, and he only just reaches back into the lane. So now, as you guys can see, the dragon and the herald are both alive, so we end up having the priority on that, and we can try to rotate over to help out in the dragon fight. But Olaf kind of just standing around, not really doing anything. I think we did have a window there to try to rush the dragon, although probably wouldn't have been too successful considering the Pantheon was already showing up. So here you'll see a really, really drawn out dragon fight, where basically here both teams don't quite want to commit to the dragon fight. So as you guys can see, both teams are just standing around the dragon area. No one's committing to dragon fight. So here I'm just shoving the wave so that we have the priority, and the Ezreal and Morgana are forced to come back to the lane to actually clear out the wave. If not, either number 1 will get the tower, or number 2 they'll lose the farm, or even both. So here basically my whole team is here. As you can see, all 5 members of my team are here. All 5 members of the enemy team are here. So every single person in the game is literally here, but no one really wants to start the fight. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to the lane, shove in that lane. Now you can see 2 of the enemy team members, the Veigar and the Set, are kind of chasing the Echo, but Echo has a dash. He can escape really easily. Here I'm just trying to chunk the Morgana, and then I'm going to try to focus the tower and see if I can get that first tower. We do get that first tower. Pantheon comes in. I accidentally exhaust the Morgana a second before the Pantheon comes down, because I thought I was going to target the Pantheon. Either way, we kill the Morgana to get the reset. We managed to get the reset to kill the Pantheon, and that gives us another reset. I fire out my Zap into Timbuktu there, but yeah, so we do manage to get out with the tower and the double kill. So this pretty much allows our team to go for the dragon uncontested, because the enemy jungler is dead. So no real need for us to even go over there to help. So instead, we're just going to recall, get ourselves the some items. In this case, that would be the Storm Razor, the BF Sword already completed. And in this game, we have a QSS. Now, why do we have QSS? You can QSS Set's ultimate, in case you guys weren't aware, so he cannot dunk you back into his team. You can QSS Veigar's cage, which sometimes if you're trapped inside, QSS is better than Zanya's. You can just walk into the cage, QSS, and walk out instead of Zanya's in the cage, and you will be out of position if the whole enemy team converges on you. You have QSS for Morgana's binding, which, you know, lasts for 3 seconds if she hits you successfully with it. And you have QSS for Pantheon's stun as well. So a lot of things that we can QSS this game. So this is one of those rare games where you actually do take the QSS. So here, my rocket does manage to get a reset. So this allows me to pretty much blast the Veigar. Veigar is gone. Don't know why he walked straight into me there. And here I accidentally walk into the cage, but don't quite need to burn my QSS here because I'm not really in any danger. You normally want to only burn the QSS when you're either in a lot of danger or you can get a kill if you do burn the QSS. In this case, I don't really need it. I get the kill on the Ezreal, flashing forward to go for the Morgana. Olaf kind of dies to the tower because he did get hit by the Morgana. And here I do get the double, going for the triple onto the Set, and we do get it. Pantheon comes flying in. We don't quite want to mess with him, even though we're basically full health. But you know, Pantheon can instantly just kill you, so I'm not going to mess with the Pantheon there. Just going to get a good reset. At this point in time, basically 8-0 and 2. Basically, we're unstoppable. As long as we don't do anything stupid, being that we walk out of position or we get overly aggressive and just walk straight at someone or something like that, basically we'll be fine. As long as we stay behind our backline, you know, there's nothing much they can really do to us. Pantheon is the only one who can really dive the backline. But as we saw from what the Nami has been doing, she can basically just ult and basically remove him from the equation, and he's going to be CC'd before he can really do anything to me, and he'll just die to me. So here, Veigar kind of caught out of position, gives me the reset, which is of course a huge mistake, because when I get the reset, I can just keep on going like this. So I blast the Ezreal into next week. Here now we're going to focus the Set. We get the triple on the Set. Morgana kind of caught in the wall. We get the Quadra. Unfortunately, no Penta for me. The last person already died. So really nice Quadra kill. And here we can simply easily take down the tower. Now realize I have the Rift Herald, but there is no real need to use the Rift Herald to kill the tower. So if you don't need to use the Rift Herald, just kill the tower normally, and you can use the Rift Herald at a different tower. For example, here there is a full health second tier tower. So here I'm summoning the Rift Herald, trying to get one plate down so Rift Herald charge can kill completely. Veigar comes in off the flank and manages to one-shot Nami. So thankfully I was not the target of that. So here we're gonna have no choice but to back off. The Rift Herald does get the charge, but doesn't actually destroy the tower because the tower still had 300 health before it was within range to get killed by the Ritual, which unfortunately, because of the Veigar turning up, we are unable to do. So instead, we're just gonna have to basically retreat and come for that tower another day. So either way, because of that tower destruction on the first one and 2 plates from the second tower, I am able to actually pick up my rapid fire cannon, giving myself the 3 item power spike. And of course that means I want the red buff. Olaf does give it over. I'm not sure if he really intended to, but he at least didn't smite it away from me, so hey, that's fine. I give him the chickens in response. Just be nice to your teammates. Help him blast the 2 chickens. So basically all chickens are like 1 hit from dying. So really easy pick up for the Olaf there. And now we're going to head over to the bot lane to just pick up the farm. So here, we're basically just doing really well. Basically, all we want to do at this point in time is just stay safe, don't die, and don't do anything stupid. Because if we die, the enemy team has a huge advantage. Because if you guys take a look, the rest of my team aren't exactly doing the best. Like, we have a 1 and 2 Olaf. We have Nami, who's of course the support. We have 0, 0, and 7 Singe, who's obviously not doing badly, but he's not doing very well. We have Echo, who's 2, 2, and 1. Same deal, he's not doing badly, but he's not doing well. So basically, I'm obviously the main condition of my team. If you take a look, I have 12k gold on my team. The next most gold on my team is 7k from Nami, Singed, and Echo. So I have a good 5k gold extra than all of them. And on the enemy team as well, they're all at 6k gold. So I've literally doubled the goal of any single member on the enemy team. This is a real hard carry performance by me. But what this also means is that I can't die, because if I die, my team is gonna be in deep trouble. Because, or rather maybe not, like they still all have, you know, equivalent or comparable goal, you know, to the enemy team. So maybe they will not like get destroyed. It's not like the enemy team is all super duper fed. But basically, as long as I stay alive and as long as I do nothing stupid, it's a guaranteed win for me and my team basically. Because of how far ahead I am. So here, obviously, because we are so ahead and we are, you know, of course, team fight. We're a team fight ADC with our team around us. So we're just gonna easily just take the dragon. There's really nothing the enemy team can do about this. I mean, they do try. I QSS the Veigar cage there. I'm gonna flash over the wall because I'm getting trapped in the pit with the Pantheon, which is not where I wanna be. So here, as you guys can see, my whole team just kind of evaporate. I get the reset. So here I was trying to get the reset on the Pantheon, but unfortunately that does not quite happen. I nearly actually trade the kill as a set, but I die. But I managed to do enough damage that Echo can come in and just simply just 1 hit for the kill. Pantheon does manage to escape, and now Echo is caught in a 2v1 with the enemy bot lane. And obviously he doesn't quite win those, especially if he gets hit by Morgana root just like that. So he's probably gonna have to run away. He flashes out. And yeah, so there we cop our first death, 13 and 1 now. So thankfully, a good number of the enemy team did die before I died. So that's not the worst case scenario in the world. Like, the worst case scenario is me dying for no good reason, like getting caught out, you know, overextending, pushing a wave or something like that. So this death is still fine. The enemy team is not going to get too much out of it, so it's alright. Although they do get the huge shutdown, so that kind of sucks. But either way, you know, it is what it is. We're just going to respawn, take the red buff, clear out the bot lane, and we're going to go back down to business. So here, I'm pinging for Baron because I know that at this point in time, I'm so much stronger than any team. And really, there's no one who can really stop us as long as we play a proper front-to-back team fight where all members of both teams are there. And basically, everybody just stands in front of me and try to prevent people from attacking me. Basically, there's no way we lose that fight. If I can free fire on people, there's no way we can lose. So here, Morgana getting caught completely out of position, and here I'm just blasting her, get the reset. All her teammates are around the area, so here I'm just blasting whoever I can. Pantheon actually ults out of the fight successfully, and here I'm just blasting everybody. Ezreal, not sure what you're doing there, buddy, kind of walks into my entire team, and there he goes. So here we have the 100 plus HP tower that was left from the previous referral push. We're gonna get that down, and here we're gonna go for the next tower. Honestly, I thought at this point we could have ended the game. Only Pantheon was left alive, and we have a wave, so I thought that we could end the game at this point, but doesn't end up being the case. Spoiler alert. I mean, you guys can probably already see that. I QSS the Pantheon stun, and Pantheon just dies. I get the reset, start blasting the base, and the minions begin to respawn. We end up taking a little bit too much damage from the base itself. I think maybe if we didn't take any tower shots on the base, I think with the new minion wave, I think we could have ended, but we got a little bit too anxious to kind of end the game, and that basically led to us tanking a couple touches. I tanked 2, Singe tanked I think 2 or 3 as well, and we all ended up low because of that. If not, what would have happened there was The minute wave came in, Veigar respawned. We probably kill Veigar. Whoever else respawned, we're just gonna kill them, and at the same time, we're gonna just finish off the base. So basically, at this point in time, the game was actually won. So that actually could have been a game-losing throw if we end up losing the game. So thankfully, we don't. But that was definitely a mistake on our part. Probably the biggest mistake we made this entire game, because we've been playing this game honestly really well as the Jinx. Alright, so now 15-1-6, 16k goal, 6k goal ahead of basically everybody else in the game. Same as just now. So here, just trying not to do anything, you know, too reckless. I mean, stepping up for that blast on the chickens, a little bit reckless. Could have gotten caught there, which is obviously not that worth it. So I'm gonna avoid doing things like that. Here, I'm just gonna push in the mid lane, and yeah, so basically at this point, my team can more or less do whatever they want, because any team can't really contest us. Like, if they do in a fair 5v5 fight, they know that they're gonna lose, so they're gonna have to try to get picks off of us or get us to make mistakes, something like that. Like, my whole team just walks straight into the Veigar cage. I'm gonna flash away from the Pantheon. Pantheon engages onto Nami. At the same time, I'm taking this time to free fire on him. I exhaust him and kill him for the reset. At the same time, there's another split fight happening on the other side. My entire team dies, so I say we can do whatever we want, which we can, but my team makes a huge mistake of splitting up 3 and 2. So me and Nami were split up by the Pantheon, who arguably did a very good job at doing that, and the rest of my team was split up and in a like 3v4 against the rest of the enemy team, where they obviously lost. And we did manage to kill the Pantheon, but too little too late. So here I'm the only member left alive. I pick up my Guardian Angel, so I'm not going to be dying anytime soon. And I pick up the red buff as well, of course. So here I'm pretty much just clearing out the lanes, trying to just make sure that the enemy team can't really do anything with the advantage they've gotten. At the end of the day, only 3 members are left alive, and they don't have their jungler, so they can't. I mean, they could actually try to go for a Baron, but that would be really risky, because I could just come in and blast them, and they would be in trouble there. So here the Elder Dragon is spawning in a couple of seconds, so obviously that's probably going to be the next major objective that both teams are going to play around. I control ward the Elder Dragon so that, you know, we don't get any vision. Singe basically runs straight into the enemy team and commits suicide. So the game is kind of falling apart for my team, just because my teammates are kind of inting like, what was the Singe doing there? He ran straight into the enemy team and basically inted his life away. But thankfully we do have the priority on the top lane because of super minions, as well as the mid lane. So here we are basically just rushing the Elder Dragon because they're not really able to come and contest. Strictly speaking, they could, but it's just that the wave states would be horrible for them, and in the end they choose not to contest. So hey, we get a free Elder Dragon. We got triple dragon with Elder Cloud, so the movement speed we get is gonna be insane. Look at how fast we walk around the map. So here I'm saying that, you know, here we should just go for the Baron. The enemy team is way too preoccupied going for the waves, and I'm just pinging the Olaf to get his ass over here and just quickly do the Baron. But unfortunately, Pantheon already spotted it, and he's ulting straight into the pit with the Veigar cage on. So here I'm just trying to switch my focus to blasting the champions instead of the Baron. They managed to steal the Baron, but at this point in time, may not really matter because I already got the triple. So 3 Baron buffs have already been removed. So here, I managed to proc my GA, and here I'm just blasting. I get the set for the Quadra, but yet again the Ezreal is dead. I thought the Ezreal was alive, so I just launched out in that general direction. Then I realized that Singe killed him, so no Penta for me again. If there was any game to get a Penta on Jinx, this would have been the game. Anyway, Singe gives me the cheeky thumbs up, and here we're just gonna finish off the game. So you guys can see how insane Jinx is. Just take a look at my damage in the stats. But as usual, I'll leave you guys with the set stats. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. And goodbye.